So with a £10,000 budget, there are certainly plenty of desirable cars to choose from. But what will she think of our first car? We start with the UK's best-selling convertible. Wearing one of the most emotive badges in British motor history, fans were overjoyed when this car was launched in 1995. With over 30 years between the MGB and this, the MGF, it had been a long wait. Now there's no doubt, Sherry, that this is an out-and-out sports car.
Yeah.
Really is, isn't it? I mean, it's a two-seater, it's very pure, it's a little bit sort of rough at the edges as well, don't you think?
Yeah, I feel really sporty in it.
You feel everything.
Really good.
You feel everything in this car, don't you?
Yeah.
You're sat low.
I can feel the road, every single
everything that's
bump.
going on underneath,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah. I feel a bit of a poser in it.
It's also
actually.
got a nice exhaust note as well, isn't it? Yeah?
Yes.
And
I like the sound of that.
And it's pretty quick off the mark. I mean, it's a light car. It's not a tremendously powerful car in terms of how much horsepower is in the engine.
No.
But it's lightweight, and that means it goes pretty well. That's something you can see.
It puts a smile on my face anyway.
That's the main thing. That's the great thing with open-top motoring. It's got to put a smile on your face,
Yeah.
isn't it? So what about friends? What about the boyfriend? How do you
I can
think?
fit him in, no problem. I
Not
just
the
have to
friends.
not have any
Arrange
mates.
Transport for your mates?
I just have to get rid of all my mates.
Make their own way there. The MGF was launched in 1995, over 30 years after the previous sports car, the MGB. The fans loved it, and it quickly became the UK's best-selling convertible. Originally launched with a 1.8 and a more rapid 1.8 variable valve-timed engine mounted in the middle of the car for better weight distribution and superb handling. Under BMW's control, the MGF sat in a difficult position, seen by the men from Munich as a threat to their own Z3. Under an independent MG Rover, the F became the more aggressive-looking TF. So, why should you buy an MGF? Well, although the first MGFs weren't as engaging to drive as something like a Mazda MX-5, the handling was sure-footed, the ride was comfortable, and the VVC engine models were actually quite fast. The first Fs are actually nearly 9 years old now, but I think that their design has actually held up quite well. They still look better on the road than something like the dated BMW Z3. And this MG badge on the front means something. It represents over 80 years of British sporting car heritage. And MG, there's something very special about it. So what should you be paying for a good MGF? Prices start as low as £3,000 for an early 1995 car, rising to over £13,000 for one of the last 2002 cars before the TF was introduced. For her money, Sherry should be able to afford a good 2000 1.8 or a slightly older but still sound VVC model. But let's find out what Sherry thought about the MGF. Well, Sherry, that is a sweet car, isn't it, the MG?
Really
Very
nice.
smart. You like that, don't you?
Yeah, it sounds great and it looks great.
I could tell as soon as you got in it, you had a big smile on your face and you're thinking, this could be the right sort of car for me.
I fit it as well, it's snug.
Not too big,
Yeah.
but the interior is a bit of a letdown, isn't it?
It's just the dashboard. The dashboard just doesn't go with the rest of the car.
It's too dated, isn't it?
Yeah, it needs a bit of a revamp, I think.
Apart from that, it's a good value for money sports car.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, really
That's
nice.
the first one out the way. You like it? Well, let's see which the second car is that we've got lined up for Sherry.